one of my favorite series to watch around Halloween time, or just any old time really, is the Sleepaway Camp series. This is the trilogy set here, the Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit. And today I'm going to be talking about the very first Sleepaway Camp film, Sleepaway Camp. Now, this is a movie that it's a cheesy 80s movie, kind of in the same tradition as something like the Friday the 13th movies or The Burning, where basically it's a camp movie and one by one a bunch of kids get killed. So nothing really new there. It's kind of a movie that's in poor taste, a little insensitive in a lot of ways, and deals with subject matter in a passive kind of way that today I don't think they could quite get away with. So, I mean, they don't make them like they used to when it comes to this. And it's, I don't know, low-budget horror piece of crap movie, but there's something just so irresistible about it. It is a very, very entertaining movie, despite, I don't know, a viewer's better judgment. So there's something about this movie, for horror fans in particular, that we keep going back to with the movie. And I'll say there's spoilers in this review, so you've been warned for spoilers, but kind of the main takeaway from the film. I mean, there's really not much to the plot, basically. Like, it opens... Well, the funny thing is that it opens with, like, dedicated to mom. Thanks for everything. It's like, wow, okay, strange. But basically it opens with this terrible accident, and we're kind of wondering what's going on here. We have these two cousins who are living with one of the cousins' mother, Ricky, his mother, and Angela's been kind of taken in, I guess. They're off to camp, and we can tell the mom's kind of weird, and she's like, I've signed all the papers for camp. Ooh, I'm sure of it, or whatever. But she's like really weird. And I don't know. You think something's up there, and like it's gonna pay off a little bit later, and it does. They go to camp, and basically weird shit starts happening. People start getting murdered in terrible ways, and terrible accidents take place, and it becomes kind of the murder mystery. And well, I mean, for one thing, this is like the most poorly managed camp ever. Like, I don't know, this is in Jersey, so it's like a very Jersey movie. Like, even like the kids have like, hey, oh, Jersey accent. We have the camp manager, this cheesy guy with like the cigar in his mouth all the time. He's like, the police don't need to hear about this. Just keep it quiet, or whatever. It's like, okay, fine. Meanwhile, like even like the staff, there's something quite wrong with the staff. Like the cook, this disgusting like pedophile cook who, like, in like the first scene we see him, he's like, the young kids, and like just meanwhile, like the other assistant cook's like, you're what a character this guy is, and like meanwhile he does attempt to rape Angela until Ricky comes in and solves everything, but then he kind of gets his a little bit later when the boiling pot is poured on him, and it was a really cool effect where like he has like all the bubbling skin. He's like, oh my god, and all that's pretty satisfying to see this disgusting pedophile get his comeuppance. Meanwhile, I don't think he dies, which, cut his dick off. That's kind of the way I think you should handle pedophiles. But anyway, all these murders keep happening, and it's supposed to be a mystery, but I mean, if you're aware of kind of the reputation of the film at all, you kind of know where it's going, and, even like, when you see how things are handled with like the counselors and things like that, it's just a poorly run camp where everyone's like bullying each other, and like it's kind of like, oh, kids will be kids, whatever. But I don't know, the kids who are really mean to Angela start getting killed, and we're supposed to kind of believe that it's Ricky doing the killing, because he's looking after his little cousin there, who's very meek. She doesn't say much, and she always kind of has this concerned look on her face. She's very antisocial and kind of damaged in a way, but he's the only one who kind of really understands her because, they've been through a lot together. But basically, the main twist of the movie is that Angela is the killer. And not only that, and though it would seem kind of inconsequential, she's not really a little girl. She's really a little boy, and Ricky's mother kind of reassigned her to be a little girl, and we kind of see the end shot of where, she has this relationship with the other boy. he kind of kisses her and he tries to cop a feel, and she gets really kind of nervous from it, and he cheats on her with the bitch girl who's like the most evil bitch in camp history. uh, and she lops his head off, and the end scene is like her holding the severed head in a long shot, and you see the penis, and it's like, okay. So I don't know, it's kind of a strange twist to the movie where I don't know, are we supposed to make the connection that because she's born a boy, she's doing this, or she's just crazy in and of herself? So it's hard to say, but I don't know. I don't think a movie like this would be made today, especially with a twist like that, where yeah, it can't be seen as kind of insensitive, but I don't know, whatever. But it's an entertaining movie. It is in kind of in the same tradition as something like Friday the 13th, where we see, I don't know, kind of interesting kills. We get the guy like, he like the one guy, he's like in the group of guys is like, hold on guys, I gotta take a wicked dump, and then he stays back, and like the beehive gets, or the wasp hive gets like thrown into the bathroom. Girl's in the shower. She's like in an inappropriate relationship, I suppose, with the camp manager. She's like getting ready for the date. She gets stabbed, and very interesting death with a curling iron. So there's some good stuff. I don't know what it all amounts to in these types of movies. Kind of cheap thrills, teenagers, dead teenager movies. How they get killed, when they get killed, how good their screams are. I don't know. I don't know what it is, the appeal of these movies. But even though you could call it insensitive type of movie, the movie seems to have, I don't know, a kind spirit to it, a spirit of fun. Like, let's make this stupid movie and have some fun and kill some people. It doesn't seem like a mean-spirited movie to me. I think it's an entertaining movie. I think Angela's a good character. And she, of course, would become a higher presence in the sequels, which I'll say I like Sleepaway Camp, but I love 2 and 3 a lot more better than this one. That this is definitely worth seeing, just as like the inaugural entry in the series. So I'll talk about the others later. But in the meantime, if you haven't seen Sleepaway Camp, I'll say this: let's say you're a big fan of Friday 13th. In specific, like the first 4, let's say, then I think you'll get a kick out of this movie, and I think it follows the tradition quite nicely, but still, I don't know, putting its own stamp on things, doing its own thing, its own kind of little flavor to it. Quite enjoyable of a cheesy little summer slasher movie. So it's a good movie to watch around October, or again, any old time. So that's my review of Sleepaway Camp. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. Stay tuned. We're going to be talking about the other Sleepaway Camp movies and more horror movies for 31 Days of Horror this month of October 2017. Until next time, I'll see you later, and stay scared.